share some stuff with y'all today. So I love organization. I love organizing, like especially all my schoolwork, all my homework, everything like that. So today I'm going to share with you how I do that, how I organize my planner for school and my binders, and also some study tips. So I use the Vera Bradley Student Agenda. I found this on clearance at the end of last year. I need a new planner, and this is the first time I've ever used a Vera Bradley one, and I really like it. So when you open it up, it has some stickers, which I really like. Those are so fun, but I haven't really used any. But you know, it has like study, exam, volunteer, fundraiser, dates, things like that. So I'm going to show you how I do organize my weeks. So with all of my homework. So I'm going to show you one week that I've already done. So let's see. So here's a week that I've already done. So basically what I do is, now the high school I go to, I have 3 classes one day, and then the next day I have a different 3 classes, and then the day after that I have the first set of 3 classes. So what I do is I come in, and every single day I write down the 3 classes I have that day. So, like this day I had English, statistics, and then physics. So what I do is I come in like first period and I write down English. And then as the period like goes on, I know, like, you know, I can write down like what I have for homework and all that I have to do. So I write everything out. So like I try not to like rely on my memory and be like, okay, I remember what page it was, I remember what section it was. I write it down. So then, you know, like I go to statistics, and then I write down that, and then physics. What I do when I don't have any homework is I write none. So, of course, you don't have to do that, but I like to do that. That way I know, you know, I didn't just forget to get the homework. I know you didn't have anything that day, so don't worry about it. So, then when I come in and ready to do that homework, as I do each thing, I highlight it. So even if it's just like the first little thing, like page 77 through 80, I highlight that, and then I keep going and highlight. So by the end of the week, it should look like this. Everything should be highlighted. And obviously, there was something that wasn't highlighted, so maybe I didn't do that. And then just because I'm like OCD, I like to use the same pen the whole week and then the same highlighter. So that's how I organize my planner. I'm going to show you now how I organize my binders. So I have 2 of my binders here, and I actually organized both of them differently. So this is the first binder, and this is my biology binder. So for this one, I just use, instead of using like tab dividers, I just use Post-it tabs, and I write the chapter on it. So of course these are somewhat out of order because, you know, maybe we skipped that chapter, or just the chapters are done out of order. So that's how I organize my biology binder. And this works really well because, you know, as I'm going through, I can say, oh, this test was on chapter 19 and 20. So I just flip to 19 and 20, study it, and that's it. This works a lot better than getting like individual like Post-it, not Post-it, but tab dividers, because we have so many notes in this class that it would just be, you'd have so many tabs, and it just works a lot better. So that's how I organize this binder. And then I have a different binder, and in this I have 2 classes, and these are just random notes in the front. But I have physics, and I have statistics. So my physics is just divided into one section, which works well because we don't take very many notes, so you don't need very much space. And then I have stats. So our statistics teacher wanted us to divide it into 3 sections. So we have notes, homework, and graded. And we do like, she does notebook checks, so of course like everything has to be in the right spaces and all that. This works pretty well because, you know, we don't take very many notes in this class, so I don't need very much space for each of these sections, and so that is how I organize that binder. So that's how I organize my binder. So I have 2 ways there that I do it. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about different ways that I study, like different tips and tricks that I have. So the first one is what I do for pretty much anything I'm studying for, is I go, and I know it might sound a little crazy when, you know, people hear you outside your room, but what I do is I go into my room and I just usually sit on my bed and I lay open the notes and I just read over the notes over and over until I understand it. So if there's like a diagram or like a cycle or something that I need to know like every single step, then I will just go through it and I'll explain it to myself. So like if someone was asking me how, like explain how this works, I make sure that I can do it. So I go through the entire thing, make sure I know it. Now what I do, like if I don't understand a certain part, is I go on YouTube. There's tons of videos about everything, really, any subject, any problem that you have. There are videos all over YouTube teaching you how to do it, how to do a certain problem or a certain concept. There's two that I really love. I use Khan Academy, which I'll link down below. I'll link both of these channels that I do, or that I use down below, but I use Khan Academy, which has every single subject under the sun. It has all different chapters, and they're really easy to find the videos because they have, you know, them separated by like biology and statistics and algebra and chemistry and all of that. So he does a really good job of like explaining everything. And then there's also Crash Course, which I really like for history and biology. They have so many great videos that just explain like the whole chapter, the whole concept of everything. So I use those. And honestly, I mean, I don't know why I waited so long. I kind of like hate myself for that because, you know, I could have understood so many things a lot better than I did like a couple years ago because there is just so much information all over YouTube. So that I use that, and then also I use an app called Quizlet. So I use this for like vocabulary or just like maybe like a subject that I have just tons of information for a test that I need to learn. So what you do is you go in and you type in, it's basically note cards. So like one side is the word and the other side is the definition. And it has this feature where it's called Learn. So you go in and it gives you the definition and you just have to type in the word. And what I like about it is like if you maybe miss a letter, or even if you don't feel like writing it all out, if it's a really long word, you can type it in and you can say, you know, it'll say wrong, and you can say, wait, I was right, and you can tap that button and it won't count against you. And on the Learn feature, you just go through everything till you've learned, or till you have gotten everything right twice, and you've learned them all. So that's really cool. And then also about that, you can, maybe if you have classmates that use it too, you can go in and search their name and find their sets and just learn their sets or go through their note cards for that section, and you can use them like that. So those are a few of my study tips. I really hope that this video helped you learn how to organize your planner and your binders, and a few study tips and tricks that I've learned along the way and I hope can help you. And I'll have everything linked in the description. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and leave me a comment. Let me know if you liked this video, if you didn't, if you have a different way you do it, or some other study tips or tricks. I'd love to hear them. So let me know, and I hope y'all enjoyed this, and have a great